head baseball coach Ryan Kelley as we prepare for the 2017 season. Coach, his last season was another one of those battling through adversity and injuries, finding some success. Talk about what you will remember from last season.
Yeah, and we had back-to-back campaigns over the last 2 years. We've got the injury bug, for probably in a good way because guys just play really hard and all the effort they put in. Sometimes injuries are going to happen within this game, especially with our conference scenario. Playing 4 games in a weekend is a grueling process on occasion, especially with the spring weather in Michigan. But I was really pleased with our team last year. We lost a couple key guys that we were counting on, but the reason I was really pleased because some guys stepped in and played very well. Guys like Tristan Jora, he was possibly going to redshirt last year and filled in for Jeremy Carroll and played a really good shortstop. And a handful of other guys, Steven Mazalski, our trainer, and the rest of the sports med staff do a tremendous job in maintaining health and overcoming some battles. But really pleased. But beyond the guys that stepped in and played and helped us, the guys that were injured and they had to battle through that process of not playing. They still continued their leadership, their team first, pushing the guys that were stepping in. And it was a good team environment that we really battled together, and I was proud of what we accomplished.
I know you're excited about this year's roster. Talk a little bit about the leaders and maybe some of the captains on this team.
Yeah, so everyone's coming back from last year essentially. We lost just a few guys to graduation and some notable guys, but a lot of guys key returners are back. Guys have been around the program for a while. We've got 4 captains in place. Chris Horvath, Jeremy Carroll, Dennis Olszewski, and Sean Winkelseth will carry the captain titles. But the thing I was really impressed with through this fall and off season was we vote for captains within a team. The peers select and vote for each other. 16 of our players received captain votes from their teammates, which I was really pleased and impressed by. And beyond the 4 captains, we've got an anchoring staff of juniors and seniors and fifth-year seniors, guys that have been around and get it, that will complement the captain. So I'm excited for the leadership in that aspect.
There's some preseason limelight for your team and a few of your student athletes. How do you handle that sort of thing as a coach?
I don't know if we look too much into it. The day-to-day grind of practices, academics, strength and conditioning, everything else we do, the guys get in, they work hard. And sometimes we don't take note of the preseason accolades, but we always talk about team first within the program and the name on the front and the university we represent. So typically it always goes back to that. But, some guys are deserving of it. They've put up numbers and they've worked hard. And guys like Baldwin and Harms, I got some recognition, and they've earned it. They've produced, and that's okay. But again, we go back to the team first component, and if you're gonna get any type of recognition as an individual in this game, you need teammates helping you succeed, and that's what we're all about.
You mentioned a few of those offensive names, Baldwin and Harms. You got Conti, you got Jeremy Carroll coming back. Talk about some of that offensive production. It looks like the lineup could be pretty formidable.
Yeah, the guys been working really hard. I talked about the leadership. Even when we're not practicing and guys get in on their own time and have getting a lot of early work in, maybe after class, after practice, it's been impressive watching the guys do their offensive preparations in the cages. But you mentioned a few of those. Conti, he's been around. He's had some success. He's really turned into an upperclassman now. Looking forward to him. Jeremy Carroll, this is his last go, and he'll have competition on the infield as well, but a very intelligent player, offensively, defensively. Justin Kelley, going into his sophomore year, he showed some signs as a freshman to do some really good things offensively. But there's a lot of other guys. Cole Clifton, a left-handed bat who's been around. He's in his 4th year now. Dennis Olszewski, he's had some success in his tenure offensively. But other guys like maybe Randy Kuzdak, guys that have shown some things in recent years offensively, and a few others. They've been working hard, but we're looking forward to the opportunity to get in the batter's box and really get quality at bats and have a lot of fun.
Talk a little bit about the rotation and the pitching staff. How is that looking for the 2017 season?
Yeah, well, we got 2 seniors in Thompson and Horvath. Those guys have had a lot of time on the mound, and we'll look for them to carry some leadership. And they're both hungry to be seniors and be on the mound. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do and accomplish. But there's a lot of other guys like Toby's in his 3rd year now, and Toby's a two-way player as a first baseman and left-handed pitcher, and he's got a lot of talent and ability. Looking for him to become an upperclassman. Conti's another guy who's going to get some time on the mound, but there's some other guys in place that are going to fight for starting roles and maybe out of the bullpen. Hunter Brown's a freshman that's shown a lot of promise. I'm very excited to see him develop. Nolan Dill, he's an upperclassman with us at the same time, and Taylor Horn, and there's a few guys out there. Tyler Waldrop's a sophomore now. He got some innings in time as a freshman. And
you need a lot of arms in the 4-game series.
You definitely need arms in the college level, and you got a 4-game series on weekends, and you play midweek games as well. So you're playing 6-7 games a week, and you need depth. Right now we're healthy, and we're looking forward to the opportunity of guys getting on the hill and pitching. Now rotation-wise, it might change week to week based on who we're playing, who's healthy, who's fresh. But who's ever on the mound at that given time, whether they're starting or coming out of the bullpen, that's our guy, and that's what we believe in.
Schedule features 17 home games this year and a few more preseason tournaments than in past. Talk about some of the strategy that you had putting together that preseason non-conference schedule.
Sure. In order to advance in the postseason, it's always important to get in-region competition on your schedule and have some success with that. So we've got a really strong schedule. It's actually a very competitive schedule, and we're looking forward to the challenges. Teams like Southern Indiana, St. Joseph's, UMSL, Illinois Springfield, Indianapolis. There's some teams that we're going to be battling with, and it's important for us to get as many in-region games as possible. We've scheduled such. But we're looking forward to some of our pre-GLIAC trips. We're going to go to Tennessee and play Trevecca Nazarene. We've done that for a few years now. It's a good opening weekend in Nashville. We'll get 3 games in down there, and then we go to Southern Indiana and Evansville. Hopefully the weather should be pretty good, and we'll play some formidable competition. And then we go to Georgia. Looking forward to going down to the Perfect Game location, all turf facilities right outside of Atlanta. And then we'll do our normal Florida trip, and we'll play some really good competition down there. We're going to play Seton Hill and Pace, Westchester. Teams have had 30-plus seasons, wins consistently. So we really got some challenges in the pre-conference schedule, and hopefully we learn from it, we have success, and we grow together as a team and moving into the conference.
Last question for me. Talk a little bit about late in the summer when you look back on 2017. What are you going to hope to see, and what will be a successful season for you?
It's always good to be standing at the top. Hopefully that's something we can fight for and achieve, and that's a big process. It's a process that we look forward to. But I think looking back at it, always how we gelled as a team. I really believe, and I know our coaches do, and the team, that name on the front is really important. And fighting together and playing hard together, working hard for each other, it's something special. You're a part of something bigger than just yourself. And so if we can look back and see how we gelled together and we competed together, I think that's something that we will hold our heads high with. And, with all the upperclassmen, maybe some academic graduation success. We've already had 2 guys graduate this year that are still playing, Olszewski and Kuzdak. So we're looking forward to continued academic success and team success, and hopefully we can bring some hardware back to Wayne State.
All right, Coach, thanks. I know we're all looking forward to some spring weather and some Wayne State baseball.
Yeah, let's do it. Go Warriors.